All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Shem Shine, by Shem Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and I want to say shalom to them full elect. All right, we're going to talk about being sure and not doubting, man. Okay, we can't doubt the Lord. Okay, everything that the scriptures have said, the Lord said that He was going to do has come to pass and or will come to pass. Okay, example given when the Lord told, Jeremiah, when if Judah didn't fix themselves and repent, all right, that He was going to send the Babylonians on them, all right, the land of Judah, Jerusalem, and He did. Okay, so we're in the times where we can see things going off, especially with the United States and Ukraine and Russia. Okay, them doing their thing in that area. The Lord is setting up World War III. Okay, we gotta pray that these things continue to speed up the time of our deliverance, of our salvation. Okay, but you gotta believe, okay, that the Lord's gonna save you. Okay, you gotta believe that you're doing the right things in the eyes of the Lord to the best of your ability. You're fighting as much as you possibly can. Okay, because at the end of the day, we know the Lord's in control of all things, even the things that we do in our day-to-day lives. Okay, but you gotta have faith, and that's how you're gonna overcome. All right. Let me get this. All right. So this is the Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith. All right. And faith is believing. Okay. Believing that you're going to be saved, man. Okay. You can't doubt it. And when you start to get thoughts of doubt, you got to rebuke those thoughts, man. All right. And that not continuing on in Ephesians, it says that not that of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High. Okay. So you being saved through faith, okay, in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, okay. All right, that's a gift of the Lord, okay. Your salvation, all right, is a gift of the Lord, okay. And you gotta believe in that salvation. You gotta believe in that gift of the Lord, man, okay. And the Lord Yahweh sent His Son Yahweh Shai to, what they say, like put the icing on the cake to solidify it, to seal it, okay, to stamp it, okay, with His blood, okay. Let me go ahead and get this. It's also in Ephesians. I think it is. Let me see. Yep. Okay. This is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7. It says, in whom we have redemption through His blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of His grace. Okay. So through the mercies of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, we are forgiven of our iniquities. You got to believe that. You can't have any doubt. Okay. So I'm going to go into Revelation chapter 21 and verse 7. The point is in 8. All right. It says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my people. All right. And that word inherit, oh, I'm about to die. It just means to conquer your enemies, man. Okay. Conquer over things. All right. Just like Yahushua, he conquered, when he walked down here, man, he conquered death. Okay. He overcame death. All right. And he did that for us. All right. And we're going to have a trial that we're going to have to overcome. And through the mercies and the grace of the Lord and the faith that we have in the Lord, we're going to overcome them. Okay. Verse 8 is this the point. He says, but the fearful and the unbelieving, okay, so that unbelieving individual is the point we want to target, okay. The abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the fire. Slakia shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. All right, and we understand and know that those are those thermonuclear missiles that these nations are setting up, are building up, all right, and already have built. Okay, so I want to get that word for unbelieving in the Greek in the blue letter, but my phone's about to die and I don't have a charger in here, so I'm gonna just look it up in just a regular old dictionary. because those that don't believe, those that don't have faith, okay, all right, they're going to be the ones that are going to suffer. And you don't want to be in that category, man. Okay, unbelief. Okay, it says doubt, a withholding of acceptance of a statement or doctrine. Okay, so what is this doctrine that we preach? Okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, that the elect of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians are going to be saved out of here. That's part of the doctrine. Okay, salvation is only for the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Israelites, man. Okay, and if your father goes back to one of these sea lines up here, okay, and you may look like another nation, all right, the Lord through that man, okay, that's on this sign over here of one of these 12 tribes that you may potentially belong to. The Lord has if you have understanding of this as well, the Lord has given you a chance for salvation. All right, the speckled bird that's spoken of in Jeremiah. Okay, but that's also part of the doctrine. Okay, all right, but nonetheless, it says, yep, a withholding of acceptance, so meaning you won't accept. Okay, all right, of a statement or doctrine. All right, that's unbelief. Okay, so let's see what unfaithful is, because you gotta believe in the doctrine, man. You gotta have faith in what it is that we read in these scriptures. Oh, it don't matter either. Okay. Dang. Trying to see if I got all right, so Salaki on that. All right, so it says an individual that doesn't accept basically the doctrine. All right, so doesn't accept what it is that they're being told. Okay, or don't believe what it is that they see. Okay, that's an example of unbelief, and we have to sway away from that, learning and understanding who we are, because the scriptures tell us that the Lord is going to come and destroy Babylon, which is America, modern day, Babylon the Great, okay, which is America. The Lord is going to come destroy this place. And that's part of us getting out of here. You have to believe that you're going to be saved through this coming destruction that the Lord is about to bring, okay? And if you don't believe, you won't be saved, all right? And there's going to be a lot of things that's going to cause you to, doubt, but don't doubt, man. You may see some stuff that's going to cause you to freak out and doubt, but don't do so, all right? So this is James chapter 1 and verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Okay, yes, ask the Lord for wisdom, but also ask the Lord for faith. All right, ask the Lord for more confidence. Okay, it says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, and nothing wavering says it says without reproach. Okay, so without doubt, man. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven by the wind and tossed. So somebody that doesn't know, somebody that's unsure. You can't be unsure, man. Just as real as these prophecies are, man, as far as the Lord coming to destroy and build up the kingdom and the things that have already come to pass and the things that we're going to see, you gotta believe in that, man. You can't be doubting and be unsure when you see things in the world that correlates to what has happened in the scriptures in the past. Okay, you gotta get better and looking into our history. Verse 7, it says, "For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the most of Yahweh." Okay, so if you doubting that you're gonna be saved, then you're not gonna be saved, man. I'm gonna say you gotta fight that. It says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So a man that doesn't know, a man that's unsure, he doesn't even know how to think properly. So he's not gonna think in the mindset of what you should be thinking. All right. Your mind should be on the Lord as much as possible, okay? And you should be believing that you're gonna be saved, okay? But those that doubt, man, it's not going to work out for you, man. We can't doubt. We got to believe. This is Hebrews 11, because we're going to talk about what faith is right quick. It says, now faith is it's Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you're hoping for what you don't see. Okay, you don't see yourself getting beamed up right now, but you believe and hope, okay, that you will, and you pray for it, and you know the Lord's gonna answer your prayers, that you will get beamed up. All right, I'm gonna read this in nope, never mind. All right, so you gotta believe, man, in what you don't see. There's a scripture that says, why do a man hope for what he sees? Just roughly paraphrasing, I believe it's in Romans. All right, because what you see, you can go easily, attain it or grab it or, purchase it in some type of way, form, or fashion. This you can't purchase. This like we had, like I had read earlier through the Spirit. This is a gift from the Most High. All right, it's not a gift that is given to everybody. Okay, learning, understanding His truth and salvation. Okay, that's not a gift that's given to everybody, man. Okay, so it says, I'm gonna read all the way down to 6. It says, for by it the elders, and it is faith. Okay, hoping for something they didn't see, obtain a good report. All right, an example, Abraham, man. Okay, and then if you read the whole 11th chapter, it's gonna go into acts of faith, which should encourage you to be faithful. Okay, it says through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Okay, so the world that we see, the ages that have came to pass, and the age that we are living in, is made by something that's not physically saw by man's eyes. Okay, that's what that's saying. Verse 4, it says, by faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. And it was all by faith, man. So faith is what is righteous in the eyes of the Lord, believing. Okay. Verse continuing on, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being yet dead speaketh. Verse 5 says, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, because he believed it. All right. All right. He believed it. Okay. The Lord was going to, he believed it, and he was righteous. He was a righteous man. It says in the scriptures, all right, that he walked with the Lord. That means he followed his commandments. Okay. Even though, the commandments wasn't physically given to them on stone, but he was a righteous man. All right. So it says, and this is what he believed. He believed that he was going to be translated. So it is faith. It says, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High, and pleasing the Most High is walking in his ways. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me see. This is Micah 6 and 8. It says, he hath showed thee, oh man, what is good, and something that's good, it's pleasuring, it pleases you, right? So it says, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy power. And that's everything that Enoch did. That's why he was translated, and he believed it. Okay, he believed it. He had faith in it. Okay. So verse 6, it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. So you got to believe. Okay, salvation is a part of the beliefs doctrine that we push. Okay, well, that we teach. Salakia. It says, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe, have faith that he is. All right, and his name is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be. Okay, it says, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So a part of your faith, a part of your walk to do things that are pleasing with the Lord. Okay, you got to show it by action. Okay, which is seeking the Lord. And how do you seek the Lord? Get in the scriptures, man. Okay, trying your best to understand your history and following after the ways of your power, man. Praying, fasting, okay, which we all gotta, get better on, including myself, okay. But that's faith right there, believing in the Lord and in the Son, okay, the Heavenly Father and the Son, all right, and having faith in the Lord is what's gonna get you saved, okay. All right, let me see if I can find something in Acts where one of the apostles was talking to the jailer. I think it's Acts 16. Yep. So Paul was in the jail with the jailer. Okay. Says the Philippian jailer. Okay. And I'm going to get straight to the point. And this is Acts 16:31. And they said, "Believe on the Lord Yahushua, and thou shalt be saved and thine house." Okay. So that's what you got to do. Have faith in the Lord Yahushua. Okay. But you got to make sure you do what else it says in Hebrews 11:6. You got to seek the Lord. Seeking the Lord is learning who your power is. Okay. So this is one of my favorite stories in the Bible. All right, it's in the book of Mark, and it shows an example of faith, what we must have. Okay. So this is Mark chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at 27. All right, because we know about the lady that had the issue of blood. Okay, and she showed her example of faith and no doubt when she touched the Lord's garment. Okay, and that healed her like she believed it would. Okay, so this is Mark chapter 5. This is my favorite example of faith. Okay, and verse 27, when she had heard of Yahushua, came into the press and touched his garment, for she said, "If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole." So she thought this in her heart. She believed it. She didn't see it. Okay, she believed it. Okay, all right, and guess what? And straightway the foundation of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed from of that plague. And Yahushua immediately, knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, "Who touched my clothes?" And his disciples said unto him, "Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me?" Verse 32, and he looked about to see her that had done this thing, but the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, she was healed because she believed. Just like those that are going to be saved, it's because they believe. Okay, you can't doubt, man. We got to fight it. All right. Came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, "Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague." All right. Bam. So right there was a great example of faith, man. And we have to have that. All right. We are establishing that as we grow in this truth, man, or as we grow in our walk with the Habashim Al Shai. All right. 36 is a good point as well. Okay. So I'm going to read down to 36. While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogues house certain which said, "Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further?" All right, somebody pushing forth doubt, okay, because of what they saw, but they must don't know the miracles of the Lord or have that faith in the Lord, okay. But this is what we have to have, because there are going to be, situations where somebody's going to come up and say something to us, even now or even in the time of Jacob trouble, to cause us to doubt, but we can't doubt. All right, we got to have that faith, man. All right. So this is verse 36. And as soon as Yahushua heard the word that was spoken, he says unto the ruler of the synagogue, "Be not afraid, only believe." And to be afraid means to be taken out of your peace. Okay, so when we're focused on the Lord and when we're thinking about things that are in heaven, okay, instead of worrying about the things that we have to go through here in this world, we are at peace, okay? But when somebody, I'm gonna say this shit's on your Cheerios, okay, you still have to be in that peaceful mindset. That's why it's good for, for brothers to try to practice meditation on these words, man, okay? All right, think upon these things, all right? Like it says in the scriptures, man. Okay, to meditate. Our forefathers meditated, all right? I remember in the book of Genesis, I can't, quote the chapter, but I remember it says Isaac was meditating somewhere, man. Okay. So this is something that we gotta try to do, to be better, to be more confident, to be girded about within our loins, man, in the time with Jacob trouble, man, because we are commit acts of treason. You understand? I hope you understand, and we gotta have that confidence that no matter what we see, no matter what we may go through, the Lord Yahweh Shema is gonna be with us. So we know you gotta stay strong and keep fighting, even when you don't feel like it. You still gotta fight. You can't give up. And it's gonna be a test to that. But don't be taken out of your peace. Don't be afraid. Just believe, like Yahweh Shai told the ruler of the synagogue, man. Okay? We got to believe. That's the only way you're going to get saved. And if you don't believe, you're going to die. Okay? Just like we read in Revelations 20, 21, and 8. Okay? And just like we about to read right here in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Because those that don't believe, man, it's not going to be good for you, man. We already read about in Revelation they're gonna be in the second the second death, man, which we know is those thermonuclear fires, man. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 3, going into I'm gonna just read it. It says, "Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." All right, so somebody come by to say something that cause you to doubt. That's something you shouldn't pay your mind to, give your attention to. Okay, all right, and don't let it trouble you. Okay, don't let the words of that individual or those individuals trouble you, no matter what time frame we're in now or in the time of Jacob trouble. Don't let nothing cause you to doubt. Okay. um And that word incredulity, brothers go into it all the time, all right, is unbelief, okay? And what we said earlier in the Little Webster's dictionary about the word unbelief is somebody that is not will not be accustomed himself be accustomed to the doctrine, okay, or statement that's said or made. They don't believe it, okay? But verse 4 is the point. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness," man. So somebody that's not faithful is somebody that's not going to stand for what they believe in. All right. So we're in the easy part now, man. But later, it's going to wind down to them closing seconds, man. And you're going to be tested, man. And we got to be strong in the Lord. Okay. We've been doing all we can through the mercies of the Lord, but for what the Lord allows us to do, we can never do enough, and we can try to always do more, but we only allowed to do what the Lord said for us to do. But just make sure you give it your all, especially in the faith department, man, because we're gonna need it, right? Some people may go through torture. You may see some people killed, and that's gonna have a psychological effect on you. But you also just gotta make sure you stay prayed up, man, and let your faith be bigger than they got symbols and signs for it. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. All right, let your faith be bigger than what you see and hear as well, man. Okay. All right, so Lord Williams, edify. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shimon Shai, by Shimon Habakar. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. We want to teach well. And I want to say shalom to the whole full Kwame Yasharal and Mawaf Shalom.